One last time in year one, the regular season curtain call has arrived here at Enmarket Arena. Destiny Hartwell here alongside Alexis Pierce, bringing you the final showdown of the inaugural UPSHOT season between the Savannah Steel and the Jacksonville Waves. Alexis, Jacksonville is gearing up for a championship run, but Savannah is playing for pride and looking to end this summer with a major home statement.
Yeah, as you alluded to, Destiny, last game of the season is exciting, bittersweet almost, to say the least. But now their 12th meeting, just going out and taking care of business. And if you're Savannah, having the mindset of protecting home court, I think it's been super unfortunate that there was so much adversity that this Savannah Steel team has faced throughout the season, but having another opportunity, that's what this league is all about, opportunity. Having another opportunity to end on a high note is huge for them. And if you're Jacksonville, just ironing out those details, not taking plays off. That's something Coach Jess Bogie mentioned in that post-game presser. Yesterday, I thought just a lot of ill-advised turnovers, something that was very uncharacteristic for them. But then we talked to Coach Jess Bogie about yesterday too, just integrating a Duke back. You saw Davis didn't play a lot of that first half. So I think just for them, ironing out those details, a lot of people are playing out of position, and just getting back to playing their style of basketball.
Their style of basketball, indeed. You did touch on the adversity. We are having, the Savannah still have about 8 players on their roster to finish out this season. And you talked to Coach Ross about just the adversity that she's gone through, as well as just what she's learned about herself, because besides, you know, having some experience being a head coach in like all-star games and those type of things, this was her first head coaching job as a whole. And so she even touched on that a little bit in post-game as well.
Yeah, she did. I mean, I think it's unfortunate, as I mentioned, to have not particularly the players that you picked in initially too. She wasn't the initial coach starting this season. So having to step into a role like this and still be able to get through that adversity, and she's spoken highly of these players. She talked about how much grit they have, how much resilience that they have, and you saw that in that Charlotte game. So hats off to Coach Takara Ross for just being able to step into a role and fight through that adversity. And she mentioned hopefully she'll have that chance next year as well.
If you're looking at your screen right now, you might see some birthday hats, and I was told I had to mention this. Today is number 34, Lauren Taylor's birthday. Happy birthday to Lauren. She came up to us during warm-ups and told us we needed to wear a hat. So me and Alexis as well have hats on as they get ready to get called out.
I think Jalea is coming to bring me my
bringing your hat right now.
Thank you, Jalea. So I'm not left out of the party. I'm going to put it on in a second.
When we look at Coach Jess Bogie, who was motioning for you to put that hat on as well. When we talk about Coach Jess Bogie and just what she's done with this squad, she's mentioned multiple times how knowing these players has been a big part of her being able to have the squad that she has and have the success that she has had as well.
Yeah, a lot of these players she coached or recruited at some juncture in her career. You talk about Era Hearn, Madison Griggs, Lindsay Pulliam. So that chemistry is already there. So the fact that her group has maintained health, a lot of their players weren't injured throughout the season. That's where a lot of these other teams suffer. So super fortunate for this Jacksonville team squad to be able to stay together. No transactions throughout this entire season. That's really unheard of, honestly. When we talk about a season like this inaugural UPSHOT League, where so many games being played in such a small amount of time. So really good job by Jacksonville Waves staff. I don't know, their trainers, to be able to take care of these girls. And as we talked about yesterday, just that business handshake right there, that corporate handshake. Yeah, it's all about business for Coach Jess Bogie and his Jacksonville team.
So speaking of that, while we're ready to getting ready to get started, I don't know if you had some players in the game, players we should watch out for. I know we talked about Cheyenne Sellers and JJ Quinterly last night and for yesterday's game. And Quinterly didn't even play in yesterday's game as well after dropping 32 Friday night. Yeah. Coach Ross was like, girl, you need some rest. And so they decided to take that then. So maybe some players in the game for you today.
Yeah, Jalea Williams yesterday, they call her Slim. I thought she really picked up that offensive load in the absence of Quinterly. I think Quinterly is in the starting lineup here today. And that's something that Coach Takara Ross talked about. JJ Quinterly putting on her coaching hat yesterday and coaching up those younger rookies. And you saw Jalea Williams, 14.6 rebounds and 3 assists. And I thought she was getting it done on the defensive end as well.
And then on the Waves side, if you had to choose a player for a player of the game.
Yesterday, I chose Cheyenne Sellers, and she was actually our leading scorer for the Jacksonville Waves. And I'm going to go back with Sellers. I thought that she was extremely aggressive. I thought that she got to her spots as she normally does. 5 from 9 for the field. But what I love so much about this Jacksonville Waves team and why that they're at the top of this inaugural season is that you can literally, anybody on any given night can have a night. It can be Erin Hearn, it can be Renaya Davis, it can be actually a bench player and Kayla Pointer. So
or Brianna Turnage.
Right. It's so many versatility. It's so much versatility in this Jacksonville Waves team, and it can be anybody on any given night. So I'm going with Cheyenne Sellers, or maybe even Renaya Davis. She didn't play much in that first half, so I think she should have a big one.
And so we'll expect to see that. What about some keys to the game? I mean, the obvious at this point, it being the last game of the season, playing for pride and whatnot, but keys to the game.
Yeah, for Jacksonville, I think they're at their best when they're getting out in transition, executing on the offensive side of the basketball. You talk about a team who averages over 80 points per game, and 70 points yesterday was not enough. I thought that they didn't take care of the basketball exceptionally well, and that's something that Coach Jess Bozier talked about too. But integrating a Duke back, and like I mentioned, not having Davis in that first half and then having Air and KP get into the flow of their offense, I think this should be a better day for them today.
Well, we just saw the tip-off, and Z Spearman was fouled by Renaya Davis on the rebound of that Jalea Williams jumper. And so as Lauren Taylor tries to get the scoring started for the Savannah Steel, which was no good, keys to the game for the Savannah side.
Yeah, prioritizing each possession. We saw early in that first half, they were too many shot clock turnovers there. They have to be able to take care of each possession and find a quality shot if you're the Savannah Steel.
Quality shot Renaya Davis did find there. That 16-foot jumper, and it was nothing but net. And the Jacksonville Waves have the 2-0 lead to start off this game.
And right now, you can just already tell the flow of this Savannah Steel offense looks a little bit different with J.J. Quinterly on the floor.
Absolutely. I mean, right there, you could tell she wanted Lauren Taylor to cut there so she could get that bounce pass in between Davis and Hearn, who was playing defense on her. And Lauren Taylor didn't cut fast enough. And so she had to make something happen there. And Z Spearman definitely did for the Savannah Steel squad, drawing her second foul in this game. One on Walker and now one on Davis, and now one on Walker. Spearman in the short corner. She had to pick up her dribble. Lauren Taylor on the inside. And she tries to get over to Laisha Petrie. And it'll be a turnover, and it'll be Waves basketball. Starters for the Jacksonville Waves, of course, is 0 Renaya Davis, Cheyenne Sellers, Lindsey Pulliam, Ariel Hearn, and Jasmine Walker. And then on the Savannah Steel side, we have Jalea Williams, J.J. Quinterly, Laisha Petrie, Z Spearman, and Lauren Taylor. Sellers gets it trying to get it on the inside to Davis. Kicks it back out. Hearn for 3. Good shot. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Erin has such a high arcing shot.
She really does. I mean, and she held the form there. Good pass to Z Spearman on the inside. Good defense by Lindsey Pulliam to get the block initially. And Sellers coming in there as well. Quinterly for 3. No, she looks for it, gets it to Taylor, who's going to take the 3. It's too strong. Hits the back of the rim, and now Sellers is pushing pace for the Waves. So 3-on-3. And Ariel Hearn walks into the layup. She snuck behind Lauren Taylor there. I think Taylor didn't realize it was a 3-on-3 situation. And she was kind of over-helping there. Quinterly, one thing is very interesting when you watch J.J. Quinterly is Laisha Petrie for 3 is too strong. J.J. Quinterly bring the ball up the floor, and J.J. smiling all the time. And I don't know if she's just excited because she knows what she's about to do, or just excited because she loves basketball, but she's always smiling when she's coming down the floor. you can tell she has fun with what she does.
Yeah, that's something that she talked about in that post-game presser yesterday, or 2 days ago now. Being out of the W, as she spent 2 years with Dallas and she suffered her injury, and just having another opportunity to continue to showcase her talents. And that's why we love these domestic leagues like the UPSHOT League, so that players can still play the game that they love. And as you alluded to, Destiny, I think JJ Quinterly, and we talked about just her attack and her aggressiveness, double digits in every game that she's played so far. Obviously, she has to love this game in some capacity.
And it's game 7 for her in this UPSHOT League. And she just talked about being also in a transition period in her career. I wish Jalea Williams would have took the shot there. And Z Spearman draws a 3rd foul in this game. And now Spearman will actually be at the line shooting with this foul.
It looks like Savannah Steel is really trying to get that ball into Z Spearman and create a mismatch there, right there. Obviously, Z Spearman much larger than Pulliam there, was able to get the contact.
And that felt like the game plan last night, but without Quinterly on the floor, it was a lot of miscommunication between Z Spearman trying to get some of that pick and rolls in there, and they were clogging up the paint, so she didn't have a lot of space to work.
Yeah, that was a big one. I think they're helping off and trying to double Z Spearman as well a little bit.
Which clearly means Savannah's trying to play inside out. Open their guards up on the perimeter to get some nice shots in there. That was a good look by Jasmine Walker. Laisha Petrie stops and pumps. No good. Sellers pushing, barreling down the floor. Euro passes it to Ariel Hearn, who has to put something up. It hits the rim. Good hands by Petrie to steal that rebound.
Laisha Petrie just has such a knack for the basketball. I love watching her play the game. She can get her hands into the passing lanes and really read where the basketball is going.
Now it's looking like a, oh no, it's 4-on-4. Everybody hustled back. Quinterly looking at Hearn's numbers. And that's gonna be a offensive foul. Walker on the moving screen. That'll be her 2nd. We're gonna see Adut Bolgat come in for her first minutes, as well as Kayla Pointer. And Lindsey Pulliam will take a seat. I think Jalea Williams is doing a really good job facilitating in transition, because most of the time she has the basketball if they're pushing really fast. And then in moments like this, when Quinterly is starting the offense, Williams can come at the 2 and curl off of a screen like that. Renaya Davis spinning on Lauren Taylor on the inside. And that'll be a steal. Good hands by Z Spearman. And then Spearman hustling to keep Adut Bolgat from cutting off Williams. Bolgat doing a good job of getting in there, rebounding.
I don't know. It just seems like it's a lid on Savannah Steel's rim right now.
They're taking shots. I feel like that's it on this side,
on this side right now, 4-2, and then we've already played 5 minutes of basketball.
And these are good shots being taken. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just
like
they're hitting their spots.
Yeah, high percentage shots for sure.
Double pump by Quinterly. She couldn't get that to go nor draw a foul there. And then Kaya Watson in for the first time. And Sellers has to pull back. Watson being a good defensive player for the Savannah Steel since she's joined this team. This is her 8th game with the Savannah Steel. She came in the same time as JJ Quinterly, and they both actually were playing on the same squad at West Virginia as well.
Another turnover by Jacksonville. That was something that we mentioned
in yesterday's
game. Yeah, prioritizing taking care of the basketball.
Lauren Taylor for 3. Too strong on one side. It'll be Waves basketball. And we're going to have to take immediate timeout here. Maybe both teams can see what's going on. When we come back, we'll see some new basketball.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
And we're back here at Enmarket Arena. Jacksonville Waves lead 4-2. It's been a lid on the goal for both sides. Hopefully after this timeout, both teams were able to regroup here and see, and we'll get some offense going. As Madison Griggs just takes a three, hits the side of the rim. JJ Cornely barreling down the floor. She's gonna try to cross up Kayla Pointer, and Pointer actually commits a foul instead.
Yeah, just looking at the stat sheet right now, Savannah Steel is 0 for 11 from the field, and Jacksonville, I mean, 2 for 8 now from the field. So not much offense right now here in this first quarter. But that could also allude to just how many games, that back-to-back games. I mean, that's a lot on players' bodies. So right now, it just seems like their feet aren't up under them right now.
Cornely doesn't make that first one. And JJ Cornely is a 77% free throw shooter for the Savannah Steel squad since she's joined the league. And she makes the second. That's the first point. Kayla Pointer misses the first free throw there. Experiencing just a couple technical difficulties, guys. We're back on. Kayla Pointer makes the second. Now JJ Quinterly trying to get around the horn, get through a Duke Bolgak in the defense, and she gets tripped by Bolgak. But the foul is on Pointer instead. I thought they were gonna give that to Duke Bolgak for the trip. Oh, I guess Kayla Pointer was the one who tripped her, not a Duke Bolgak from behind.
Yeah, that'll be 2 on KP. But it just seems like Jacksonville is really clogging that paint, making it extremely difficult for Savannah Steel to get anything.
And it's just a matter of maybe the Savannah Steel having to continue to try to spread the floor and really open up that paint. Because, I mean, Aaliyah Coates, she's in there rebounding. Love to see her get started on the offensive end as well. But if there's no space to work. And we know all the high percentage shots are definitely inside the paint. And Coach Takara Ross also encourages her players to get 2 feet in the paint, regardless if you're drawing a foul or just taking a good high percentage shot. Duke Bolgak hits the net. But it rolls out of bounds. It didn't hit anything. It'll stay Waves basketball.
I think they're saying that Elena Coates blocked her shot, which is why it was short the way it was.
And that's a little miscommunication. There was no touch on that, but and that foul's gonna be on Elena Coates. I think on the scouting report for the Waves, if you're looking at Elena Coates, you can see that Elena Coates likes to jump. And they talk about that a lot. So I feel like part of that is them recognizing they need to pump fake her because they know she's gonna go up.
Yeah, also, too, just time and situation there. I don't think that foul was necessarily needed considering the shot clock was running down. I don't think that Turnage would have been able to get that shot off before the expiration of the shot clock.
And if you look at that play there, they say it was a touch, but Quinterly didn't feel like she touched the basketball there either. And now it's 7 of 5. As Jacksonville was able to knock the lid off there for their first field goal. Kaya Watson drove, gets it out to Lard. We're going to see Elena Coates, Jalea Williams, and Corey Lard get a rest. And Petrie, Taylor, and Spearman come back in. Quinterly gets it out to Kaya Watson for 3. And it's good. And Kaya Watson is smiling as she gets down the floor.
Yeah, just really good driving kick there by Quinterly, getting in the paint, playing inside out right there. And way to knock it down by Watson.
And Watson's a 38% three-point shooter on the season so far. Doesn't take a lot of threes, but when she does, they tend to be high percentage shots for her.
I love the way Lauren Taylor grabs rebounds. She does it so emphatically, like she wants the basketball.
I mean, and we talk about this as Quinterly takes it to the hole. We talk about this consistently throughout the whole season. Lauren Taylor is a rebounding machine. She loves to rebound per her words, and I mean, she is the NCAA record holder in rebounds per game, in rebounds in a single game, with 43 rebounds. And she had that at Francis Marion her senior season. Madison Griggs makes a 3.
That's another one who can really light it up from beyond the arc.
Petrie takes Pointer down. Good defense by Kayla Pointer.
Yeah. Griggs set a all-time record at Memphis for both men's and women's basketball for threes.
Madison Griggs again, back-to-back threes. That was for the men's and women's right there.
Yeah, 363.
Wow.
Yeah, that's big time.
It's going to be a break here, so we'll come back. Jacksonville Waves lead 13-10.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
What does it take to level up as a referee? It takes opportunity, it takes preparation, and it takes a community that's invested in your growth. Refology is where referees come together to get better through practical coaching, real game feedback, and live support from experienced leaders who understand the game. If you want to level up your craft wherever you are in your officiating journey, Refology helps you show up ready. Refology.com, where referees grow together. And the Savannah Steel team has been a team that's had to grow together through a lot of adversity. As Kaya Watson's looking to get the ball on the inside. That was a good cut by Lauren Taylor. Better defense by Taylor Soul, a player that we haven't seen this week, that we didn't get the chance to see in yesterday's game. She told us she was just taking some rest as well, but she was good, and here she is today. A big part of defense for this Jacksonville Waves squad. Lauren Taylor for three is no good still. And Kaya Watson fighting for that rebound and ends up hitting it out of bounds, and it'll be Waves basketball.
I love that Lauren Taylor continues to shoot the basketball. She hasn't made a field goal as of yet, but her willingness to continue to shoot, one is going to fall. We saw her against Charlotte the other day, 4 for 8 from the three-point area, so obviously the stroke is there. She just got to find it.
Duke Bolgak taking the three, and her stroke has been here, and that's her first three of this game. But she's a player that consistently will shoot the three and can consistently make the three as well.
Yeah, 40% three-point shooter, Duke Bolgak is. Just her ability to stretch the floor as a big is huge for the Jacksonville Waves team.
Ariel Hearn trying to communicate with a Duke Bolgak without saying too much. Lindsey Pulliam at the elbow. Gets it over to Griggs for three. And that should be Waves basketball as it goes out of bounds off of Lindsey Pulliam's nose. Kaya Watson having some good hands to get in there. Jalea Williams is going to drive. Clock winding down. Williams has to throw something up and does, and hits the buzzer beater. She couldn't get the offense started, but she does make the shot there, and we'll end that quarter here.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
We're back here in the Enmarket Arena. If you're just tuning in, the Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 16-12. We're getting ready to get this second quarter underway, 10 minutes down in this final game of the season, of the regular season for both sides. All teams. Speaking of all teams, if you tuned in at 2 p.m., then you got a chance to watch the Greensboro Groove and the Charlotte Crown play in their final game this season, and the Crown took the win 89-84. It's gonna be, interesting. All these teams have been so competitive, and Greensboro and Savannah and Jacksonville and Charlotte have all done a really good job of making sure that this league stays competitive. We've had 2 players be called up, and we're watching one team play in the championship game. The Crown is going to be the other team in that championship game. And then that head-to-head matchup between those 2 teams has been very fun to watch this entire season as well.
Yeah, you talk about players getting called up, and Kristen Williams, just her recent one with Dallas. Just that opportunity that these players get to play at the next level.
On a developmental contract as well. The Dallas Wings actually playing right now against the Seattle Storm, and I think the Wings do have the lead there. And they're hearing a little bit of miscommunication, and Coach Jess Bogie is going to have to turn around and take a deep breath there. Unforced turnover, and I know that we talked about it already before, but just not what at this moment in the season, what Jess Bogie is wanting to see. Z Spearman had a good look there, didn't take a dribble, wide open. Renaya Davis doing a good job of keeping the basketball there. And what I think Ariel Hearn was trying to see happen, they're trying to get some early points in transition. And then we're able to kind of get that one down and done. Lauren Taylor stop and pump. Z Spearman gonna get called for a travel. Still trying to get that ball on the inside for the Savannah Steel, and the look is there. They're getting it there. It's just a matter of being able to start finishing at the rim.
What I would like to see from Z Spearman, as tall as she is, as physical-ish as she is, in her 6'3", 6'4" frame, is to leave the ball up. She makes herself extremely small when she brings the basketball down. And you have a smaller guard on you like Lindsey Pulliam, you should be able to punish her on the interior.
And I will say Lindsey Pulliam may be small, but she is mighty. Because she is definitely, I think they're what you said, they are trying to get that mismatch in there. But Lindsey Pulliam is battling as much as she can. And she actually has been doing a pretty decent job on Z Spearman, hence her not being able to finish. Granted, like you said, it was Z Spearman bringing the ball down. But when she does, Lindsey is doing what she can to keep Spearman from scoring. And Lauren Taylor's going to be called for the foul there.
And that was something that we, talked about with Coach Ross about that Z Spearman is one of those that she feels should be called up to just her size, her physicality, her IQ on the basketball court. But these are little things that these players can utilize this UPSHOT League to continue to strengthen their weaknesses so that they can eventually get called up.
And I wouldn't say Z Spearman has a lot of weaknesses because she does not. But I think definitely we see games like Z Spearman looking to finish at the rim. I mean, if she finishes
just left
there.
that one right up. That's exactly what you would want if you're Z Spearman.
And then I think the Jacksonville Waves has really been trying to work on their transition game.
Yeah, that was a point of emphasis that we talked to Coach Jess Bogie about yesterday in post-game, getting out in transition, honing in on execution.
And Kaya Watson would have it would have been a nice look for her to post up Renaya Davis there so that Z Spearman can get some high-low action going. Watson's very tuned in on the defensive end, but she looks to facilitate a lot on the offensive end. When she does get the basketball, she feels like more of a transition piece. Touch the basketball, pass it through, trying to get easier looks for her team, but hey, I can score too, and score on inside the paint. As Spearman goes to take a seat and Elena Coates comes in, I'd like to see Kaya Watson get involved on the offensive end down low. Jasmine Walker for three. Coates with the rebound. JJ Cornerly at the top of the key. She's gonna drive on her and kick it out, move it over. Kaya Watson for three again. It's gonna hit the rim, but Coates grabs that rebound over Sellers and gets it out to Jalea Williams. Kaya Watson gonna shoot on the other side of the court, and it's no good.
And that's something that we talked about yesterday, not capitalizing on those possessions, especially when you get 2 and 3 possessions. You want to be able to put the ball in the basket. They didn't shoot exceptionally well yesterday and not shooting exceptionally well today at all. But that's something that we mentioned, just that load management. They put a lot of games in a short amount of time.
And JJ Cornerly steals the basketball, but is going to be called for a foul on Lindsey Pulliam. And I think in that possession there where they had 2 possessions and Kaya Watson took 2 shots, I think I would like to see Kaya Watson kind of relocate in on the inside, maybe to the elbow, and get a higher percentage shot for her on the inside.
Yeah, most definitely.
So it'll be Waves basketball out on the sideline. 24-16 lead for the Jacksonville Waves, 6:38 to go in this first half. Elena Coates grabs the rebound and Sellers knocks it out of her hands, but Sellers is going to be called for a foul. And Cheyenne Sellers had 5 fouls in the game yesterday, which I don't think is what Jess Bogie likes to see, with Sellers being one of the leading scorers on this Jacksonville Waves squad. If not, well, the leading scorer in yesterday's game is still with 5 fouls and had to sit for a little bit. Coates on the drive.
Yeah, you kind of, honestly, Cheyenne kind of gets herself in foul trouble a lot throughout this season, but
and
I
she
think
draws the foul there too.
Yeah, I think just that rookie, those rookie mistakes that she makes, kind of being overzealous for the basketball right there, and understands that she's out of position. You got to be able to understand, hey, I can't pick up fouls because my team needs me out on the court.
Cornerly with the step through and the make over Lindsey Pulliam. That's some of the stuff we saw Friday night against the Charlotte Crown from her. Good hands by Kaya Watson, hand in the passing lane. It'll be Jacksonville basketball on the sideline.
Yeah, Quinterly's second field goal, but she leads all scorers right now, tied with Madison Griggs. I'd like to see her really get going. You know, she can score in the quickness.
Harry Hearn at the top of the key gets it over to Lindsey Pulliam. Looking to get it on the inside of Renaya Davis, and does. Kicks it back out. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ariel Hearn has to put something up. It's too strong. JJ Corner with the rebound and is heading the other way. She's gonna look for it. Gets it to Lauren Taylor on the inside. Too strong for Taylor. Jasmine Walker corrals the rebound, and now the Waves in transition. Nobody stops Sellers. Sellers gets it over to Pulliam. He's gonna pull up for the floater, and it's good.
And the bank is open on a Sunday. Lindsay Pulliam just sneaks right on in that restricted area and rises up as she normally does. That's money for her.
Lindsay Pulliam is so quick. It's very cool to watch how she just plays. She pulls up so fast. Her shot is so fast. Her release point is so high. It's hard to guard her. Good shot by Jalea Williams. I think Quinterly still coaching her up there, telling her to look for a shot. Elena Coates trying to get that block on Sellers and can't. It'll be Savannah basketball. And we're gonna take immediate timeout here. You're watching Savannah Steel basketball.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
And we're back here at Enmarket Arena. 26-21 lead for the Jacksonville Waves. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're tuning in on YouTube at UPSHOT TV, in Savannah at WJCL Channel 22, or if you're tuning in Jacksonville at WXJT and WCWJ on Channel 4 and Channel 17. We thank y'all for tuning in. The Savannah Steel bring the ball across the floor. Good cut by J.J. Cornerly and good finish. Tough over Madison Griggs with Lindsay Pulliam on her back. Ariel Hearn snaking through the defense and finishing the play all by herself. It's a 5-point game. Glacier Petrie, wish you would have been able to see Elena Coates with the mismatch as early as she had it. Good take by Jalea Williams, and she finishes on the right side of the rim. She was coming in on the left side of the basketball goal.
Yeah, that was just a really good take by Jalea Williams. Being able to change directions extremely quick, throwing a Duke Bugak off, and just an easy lane to the basket. Really crafty finish.
And I mean, Jalea Williams is just a crafty player who brings just elite defense and open floor speed, and we see that as she just snakes through the defense on that last offensive possession for the steal. Lindsey Pulliam on the drive there, and J.J. Quinterly was fouled.
They missed that first one set by Adu, but they got her on that second one. She was moving on that one.
Lauren Taylor for three, and she gets that one to go. She's been taking that shot pretty often in this first half, really waiting for one to fall.
Yeah, it seems like Savannah Steel is finding their stroke on the outside right now.
Good defense by Elena Coates to keep Jasmine Walker from being able to make that and not fouling as well. Coates on the inside, she had the mismatch on Hearn. I wish Coates would have took Hearn to the hole there.
I mean, that's just right there. J.J. Quinterly doesn't miss many of those by herself.
Gary Hearn was kind of glad that Elena Coates didn't post her up on the block either.
Yeah, I think that was a good pass out by Elena Coates for open J.J. Quinterly. That's a high percentage shot for her.
Coates straight up. The Duke Bogart can't finish it. Jalea Williams slowing down the offense. Her head coach Takara Ross's calling the play. Looking to pass the ball around the horn. Taylor decides to take it herself, and she finishes it. Kicks off the glass. Over, scoop. I don't know. I mean.
Yeah, Lauren Taylor, just a really explosive take to the basket, playing through contact. Gotta love that.
Love that Coach Takara Ross does. We're going to take immediate timeout here. Jacksonville's going to regroup.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
We're back here in Enmarket Arena. I'm Destiny Hartwell alongside Alexis Pierce. 2-point lead for the Savannah Steel, 30-28.
Yeah, and that one, Savannah still on a 9-2 run right now there, and I thought Savannah did a really good job of controlling the tempo, not allowing the basketball to stick. We saw that a lot in the first half, not much momentum, the ball not moving from side to side, and I thought they were doing a really good job of getting downhill, getting 2 feet in the paint, drawing defenders and getting that kick out. Really good ball movement by Savannah.
Taylor Soul, someone we haven't seen since the last time these two teams played each other here at Enmarket Arena. Finishes that one. Soul didn't play yesterday, just again needing some rest, and she's here today, and she'll be ready to play next week as well. She said, but tough finish.
Yeah, tough finish by Taylor Soul. I know she's probably been ready to get out on the floor. She just brings a different dynamic for this Jacksonville Waves team, and right there you saw Cheyenne Sellers attacking the baseline, drawing 2 defenders in an easy dump off to Taylor Soul.
And then Soul finishes the 3-point play as well, which gives the Waves the 1-point lead, 31-30. Again, I feel like a big part of that 9-2 run as Laisha Petrie-Smith's on the inside and can't finish it over Cheyenne Sellers. Coach Jess Bogie takes the timeout here. I think she didn't like that possession, the offensive possession. Laisha Petrie was able to get all the way down. And then they couldn't corral the rebound. Good block by Duke Bolgak on the top, though.
No, I think that she just didn't want to get a turnover there as well, and draw something up and execute. I think she's getting on her squad. Hey, we got to be able to stop that offensive player easily getting downhill. That was too easy. Unfortunately, Laisha Petrie couldn't finish right there, but the fact that she was able to get there, I don't think Jess Bogie liked that at all.
Right, and then, of course, mentioning already that the Savannah Steel were on that 9-2 run, now 9-5, if you counting the 3-point play that was just made by Taylor Soul. And we talked about how Jess Bogie definitely used that immediate timeout there to kind of regroup her team. When you look at the stats, you talked about the points in the paint. It was 10-8, now 12 all. Well, maybe 14-12 with Taylor Soul's 2. But the turnover count's the same, second chance points the same, and everything else. But Jalea Williams, I think, was a big part of that run right there, just facilitating really well on her end. And then Elena Coates getting some passes in, Lauren Taylor taking some good high percentage shots.
Yeah. And right now, Jacksonville just needs to do a better job of just defending. I think they got away from themselves on the defensive, and that's something that Coach Jess Bogie emphasizes a lot throughout the entire season, that letting their defense fuel their offense. And a lot of times we see Jacksonville getting out in transitions because they're able to generate those turnovers. Right now, they're not generating a lot of turnovers. Savannah Steel is doing a really good job of taking care of the basketball. They only have 3 turnovers in this entire game. Right now, Jacksonville has 7. So hats off to Savannah for defending at a high level and capitalizing off of those turnovers.
And we look at the game yesterday as well. Jacksonville had 8 turnovers in that first half. They finished the game with 11, of course. And Coach Jess Bogie talked about how they were able to kind of lock that down, but kind of moving in the same direction today. Handoff to Cheyenne Sellers is going to take and do the over-under scoop there for the layup. Nice move. We talk about Cheyenne Sellers having a quiet night. She's such a flashy player. It's hard to use that as a word to describe her. Jalea Williams on the take. Kicks out to Lauren Taylor, who's going to shoot the 3. Toilet bowl flush all the way down. And Lauren Taylor makes her second 3 of the evening, or afternoon, excuse me.
Have yourself a birthday, Lauren Taylor. Gotta love it.
Good ball movement by the Waves. Erin Hearn finishes it. A similar shot that she had before. Just a 12-foot elbow extended jumper there. Z Spearman, the top of the key, looking to pass, hand off. Gets it to Quinterly, who pulls up for the 3 over Hearn. And it's good. Heat check over Ariel Hearn. Coach Jess Bogie, we talked to her and we asked her, about not having J.J. Quinterly on the floor. I know she was probably high in the scout as Kayla Pointer finishes with the reverse lay in the air. And she said, well, we played J.J. at home on Wednesday the 19th, so we know how she plays. But I feel like it's different. You know, there's a different type of player you're watching when they're playing at home versus playing on the road. And Quinterly loves the atmosphere here at Enmarket Arena, as she's mentioned before. Lacer Petrie not getting a good enough space, but finishes through the contact anyway. Not a lot of movement there. She tried to get that spin on the inside. Kayla Pointer puts it up and hits the backboard. That'll be the end of the half. 38-37 lead for the Savannah Steel going into the half.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
And we're back here at Enmarket Arena. Into the halftime, Savannah Steel lead the Jacksonville Waves by 38-37. It was an exciting first half there. Points in the paint between Jacksonville and Savannah is 18-14, and we saw Savannah go on a 9-2 run before that last timeout we took before the quarter ended there. And it's just been all Savannah. Definitely a difference between yesterday's game to today's game, and it's their third game in the back-to-back-to-back to finish the season. Last game of the regular season as well, as we're enjoying some good dancing at the half. And it's just been all Savannah, all Savannah, all Savannah. Doing a really good job of communicating well, getting through the paint, playing inside out. And so it's been really interesting to watch how they have done that. If I were Coach Jess Bogie, I would definitely be trying to get my team a little locked in on the defensive end here. And she talked about, as well as Coach Trisha Stafford Odom for the Charlotte Crown, they've talked about how definitely minds and eyes could be set on this championship game next weekend, but in order to get there, you have to finish out the regular season. And so turnovers were a deal of the first half for them in yesterday's game. They had 8, and then they go into the half today with 7 turnovers. And now here they are in the same boat as yesterday evening. Hopefully they'll finish it out with less than 15, as they did yesterday as well. They finished the game with 11 turnovers. And so when we're looking at that first half, Alexis, how did you feel like that first half really went for both sides on the basketball?
Yeah, I thought that Savannah did a really good job of coming out in that second in that second quarter and really demanding their being an offensive threat. I thought that they were able to get some kick-out threes, and J.J. Quinterly and Lauren Taylor. I thought they did a really good job of drawing defenders and getting kick-outs, getting 2 feet in the paint, something that Coach Takara Ross talked about, making just those adjustments for these last couple of games. I think that they are rolling over and using that momentum from those last games to really build off for this one. I know they want to get a win here today, so coming out in the second half and continuing how they played in that second quarter.
And then for the Jacksonville Waves, there was that run by Savannah. Coach Jess Bogey had to kind of get her team redialed in on the defensive end. But what did she tell her team at halftime for the second half?
Yeah, they got to take care of the basketball. As we mentioned, they had 8 turnovers at half last night, 7 here tonight. They're not getting out in transition. That was a big point of emphasis that Coach Jess Bogey talked about, and that's really their bread and butter this entire season. But right now, just honing in on the execution and ironing out those details.
Well, we'll see what they decide to do, and we'll talk about it when we come back. we're back here in Enmarket Arena. 2.5 minutes left before the third quarter, and this second half is underway. 20 minutes left to decide the winner of this one. Alexis, we talked a little bit about it for Jacksonville before we went on break there, but keys to the game in the second half.
Yeah, just continuously prioritizing each possession here, and then you just think about you got one more half to play in this last regular season game, and you want to be able to, leave it out on the floor until they play again on August 29th against Charlotte in that championship game. And right now, obviously, you know that at the end of the day, Jacksonville's going to have a target on their back, and right now, just Savannah, they have an opportunity to get a win here in their home court right now. So. And then, like you mentioned, Destiny, 11 games being played. This is their 12th game being played, so they want to get at least one win in their home court.
And so we talked about it at the beginning of the game, but yes, Savannah is definitely playing for pride. In the head-to-head matchup, Jacksonville has beaten Savannah Steel 11. They're 11-0, with Jacksonville having all the wins. And so definitely playing for pride if you're Savannah. Looking to kind of spoil the dress rehearsal that the Jacksonville Waves are having right now before they have to play the Charlotte Crown in the championship game next week as well. So looking to kind of spoil that. And if you're head coach Takara Ross, do you you like what you see? What more would you do? How would you push the needle even further if you're Takara Ross and Savannah Steel?
Yeah, you just don't want to have a drop-off in this one. Yesterday, they came out in the third quarter, and Jacksonville scored 20 to their 13. So you don't want to have a really good second quarter and then drop off in the second half. You don't want that to happen. You actually want to pick up the intensity, if anything, and continue doing what you were doing that second quarter. I thought, like I mentioned, they did a really good job of moving the basketball, drawing defenders and kick out, and getting 2 feet in the paint and executing in the paint. Savannah has 14 points in the paint to Jacksonville's 18. So continuously getting in that restricted area and capitalizing.
Capitalize, we hope they do if you're Savannah, and get a little bit more locked in on the defensive end and continue just your transition game if you're Jacksonville. While we're waiting to get this third quarter started, what does it take to level up as a referee? It takes opportunity, it takes preparation, and it takes a community that's invested in your growth. Refology is where referees come together to get better through practical coaching, real game feedback, and live support from experienced leaders who understand the game. If you want to level up your craft wherever you are in your officiating journey, Refology helps you show up ready. Refology.com, where referees grow together. And I say this every time I'm on a broadcast, but I would not want to be an official. They have one of the toughest jobs in the world, especially with the way women's basketball and women's sports is booming right now on every level in every sport. Officiating is a tough job.
Yeah, that it is. Like you mentioned, I wouldn't want to be behind that whistle either.
Can't please everybody. Can't please everybody. And sometimes whatever call you make is going to be the wrong call to someone else. Jacksonville's going to start this half off with the basketball. You got Air Hearn, Jasmine Walker, Renaya Davis, Lindsey Pulliam, and Cheyenne Sellers, the main starters for the Jacksonville Waves. And then on the Savannah Steel side, you have Laisha Petrie, Jalea Williams, Lauren Taylor, Z Spearman, and J.J. Quinterly, the same starters for them as well.
Yeah, right there, Air Hearn just being aggressive, setting the tone early in this third quarter, getting to the free throw line. J.J. Quinterly just draws some contact right there.
Ariel Hearn gets that free throw.
82% free throw shooter.
She gives that one a go as well. And now the Jacksonville Waves have the 1-point lead, 39-38 over Savannah Steel. That offensive possession no good for Savannah. Cheyenne Sellers gets that one to fall as well.
Man, that was just too easy. No one picked up Cheyenne at all.
Petrie for three. Hits the front of the rim. Z Spearman tries to come in and grab that rebound. Air Hearn gets it in to Walker on the inside. Walker looking for someone, decides to take Taylor for herself. Jalea Williams coming in as a big guard rebounding. And Jalea Williams had about 8 rebounds in the game Friday night against Charlotte. Lauren Taylor gets the 3 to go. Her third 3 of the night. Lauren Taylor now 3 for 7 from the 3-point line. Davis on the down low, and she was just gonna get the nice floater there.
Yeah, that's Renaya Davis' shot right there. That's money 9 times out of 10.
10 times out of 10, honestly, tonight, because she's made each one she's decided to take from that spot on the floor. Laisha Petrie on the drive, getting 2 feet on the inside, gets her own rebound, and finishes it. Not a lot of movement from the Savannah Steel off the basketball. Petrie is the only person who touched the ball in that possession.
Oh, that was just really good job of getting her own rebound, though, carving out some real estate and going back up and earning herself another deuce.
And Renaya Davis taking Petrie to the hole there, and Petrie there was nothing for her to do. Petrie gonna take the 3 instead of hits the front of the rim. And then Lindsey Pulliam streaking out. They don't see her. And so far in this quarter, it's been less transition for the Jacksonville Waves and more execution offensively. Down low, especially with Renaya Davis. That was her 4th attempt at a layup of points in the paint and since this quarter has started, and the first one she hasn't missed, but she does draw a foul.
Yeah, right there, Air Hearn just draws so much attention right there, and just an easy dump off to Renaya Davis. That help side was on Renaya's backside, and she was able to get a clean look. She couldn't execute there, but she was able to get a look.
And offensively, it's been, for the Savannah Steel, it was all Laisha Petrie. And it's only a 2-point game, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it should be with the way Jacksonville has been scoring at will since this quarter started. 3-point game now. Williams coming off a wheel cut for Z Spearman and Elena Coates. Trying to get the ball inside to Z Spearman, and Ariel Hearn is gonna foul Spearman.
Yeah, Z Spearman just tried to duck in on a smaller Air Hearn and that low block, and Air Hearn tried to come over and cause a cause a foul right there.
JJ Quinterly for 3, and it's gonna be open Lindsey Pulliam again. Quinterly had one of those in the first half as well.
Yeah, Renaya Davis left the ball right there. Not really sure. I think it was a miscommunication. She left JJ Quinterly wide open.
Hearn trying to make it through, gets it over to Jasmine Walker. Z Spearman trying to play defense there. And if you look at the way Z Spearman tried to block Jasmine Walker's shot, it's very interesting. Jalea Williams on the drive, and she draws the foul as well. Z Spearman. Good, strong take by her. She's gonna draw the foul.
Z Spearman gets the ball in a comfortable spot for her normally, and was able to draw two defenders there.
Spearman can't get the first to fall.
And if you're Jacksonville, you're going in and you're doubling down on Z Spearman. You gotta get a hand on the ball, not call. That's what bringing that second defender is, just to alter the offensive player right there. You don't go in and foul. If it's not there, it's not there.
Renaya Davis pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Quinterly gets it to Lard, someone we haven't seen a lot in that first half.
Yeah, considering she started yesterday. It's her, Slim, Z, Lauren, and Laisha Petrie.
That was a good shot by Z Spearman and just good defense by Jasmine Walker to keep her from getting that. Elena Coates almost getting the block there. But when it's Cheyenne Sellers being triple teamed down low like that, and Coates is the one in the air, she's gonna be called for the foul there.
Elena Coates gets the short and the end of the stick on a lot of those blocks because she swipes down and she utilizes her body a lot. If she's able to just get a hand up, which right there she was in a bad position right there anyway. But a lot of times those blocks have been called fouls on her because she swats down, and she could just utilize her length and her long arms to be able to just disrupt. You don't always have to block a shot. You can just disrupt the shot as well.
Absolutely. She got called for a lot of fouls against Charlotte Friday night, but then yesterday she did a better job of defending without fouling. And then the same thing tonight as well. Quinterly looking to play off Watson. Pulls up for the short corner jumper, and it's good.
Quinterly is just so good.
Definitely good for Jacksonville as well, giving them a tough look from the point guard position. They're gonna have to prepare to play Deja Kelly. And Quinterly and Deja Kelly were going at it Friday night, back and forth. Quinterly hesitation. Oh, gets a nice pass to Kaya Watson. And that West Virginia connection is just working really good for them right there.
Yeah, something I noticed about Kaya Washington is her ability to move without the basketball. Something that doesn't really show up on the box score, but she does make a difference there for the Savannah Steel team. Being able to find JJ Quinterly, being able to find her right there on that cut.
She moves well without the basketball on the offensive side and just defensively being all over the floor. She dives her basketball, she puts her body on the line, and she's made a big difference defensively for the Savannah Steel team. That's a good shot by JJ Quinterly. It just was short. Kayla Pointer not playing solo defense on Quinterly. Kayla Pointer for three. It's over the rim. Jalea Williams couldn't grab that, and Air Hearn in the middle by herself, able to finish that.
And she's trying to rally her troops right now. Air Hearn, who's been a leader for this group, she said, hey, y'all, we got to pick it up right now. We're only up 3.
We're going to have to take a timeout here. When we come back, we're going to see what the Savannah Steel do.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits. We offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits, that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
We're back here at Enmarket Arena. I'm Destiny Hartwell alongside Alexis Pierce. Jacksonville Waves lead 53-50. While we're waiting to get this game going, calling all UPSHOT fans, take your fan experience to the next level with the UPSHOT League app. Follow your favorite players, rep your favorite team, stay connected with the league, and be a part of the UPSHOT community wherever you go. We're looking to get that app up and going, so be on the lookout for it on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, wherever you get your apps from. Corey Lard pulls up from the short corner, no good. Good box out by Lindsey Pulliam. Waves in transition. And then Lindsey Pulliam kind of snuck past Jalea Williams there. And Corey Lard had two. She had to choose which one to take, Lindsey Pulliam or Du Bogak, and I guess she decided to stay down low. Lindsey Pulliam also does draw the foul there. I mean, gets the foul called on her from Quinterly.
Yeah, she just wrapped Elena Coates there, impeding her movement, which is why the foul was called.
Lard driving to the hole on pointer, backs her down and finishes it through the contact.
That was a big time take right there by Corey Lard. And then Kayla Pointer right back at her.
Lard looking to get her offense going. That was a good shot by her. Couldn't finish it. Lindsey Pulliam looking straight up at the goal. Kaya Watson really doing a good job of keeping Jasmine Walker from posting up. And that's going to be a 3-second call on Jasmine Walker. She didn't like that call.
She felt as if she had gotten out. Maybe a little bit in there. I saw she was posting up Kaya Watson, but I don't know. She was camping out a little bit. Couldn't tell where her feet were.
Kaya Watson on the wing. Hands off to JJ Cornerly. Good hands by Lindsey Pulliam. Petrie gets it over to Williams. Gonna stop it. Williams gonna pull up at the elbow and gets it to go. Jalea Williams doing a really good job offensively and just continuing where she left off yesterday.
Yeah, she came up huge for Savannah. Despite the loss, she gained some confidence on the offensive end and shooting the basketball.
Good hands by Kyle Watson. You can tell she's frustrating Jasmine Walker just a little defensively and getting her kind of out of sync. But it will stay Jacksonville basketball. Good hands by the Steels. The Duke Bogak was definitely barreling down, and she had an open cut there. JJ Quinley taking Kayla Pointer to the hole. No foul call. Quinley can't finish. Bogak gets up there for the rebound. Gets it into Sellers, who pulls it back out. And now Sellers with an open lane. Misses it. Jasmine Walker finishes it. Quinley gonna wave off Sellers and let her shoot that. Sellers misses. Jalea Williams pushing pace. She's gonna take a Duke Bogak to the hole and draw a foul. If I were Sellers, you take that as disrespect. As a player, from a player's perspective, Alexis.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. I would waving off. That's kind of remind me of when
Caitlin Clark waved off Raven Johnson.
Exactly, and she took it as disrespect, and they came back that next year and won it all.
And now they're teammates.
And now they're teammates, to your point. But something I wanted to also bring up, too, right now is Savannah's still getting a taste of their own medicine. So Jacksonville leads in that defensive rebounding, that offensive rebounding column. 10 offensive rebounds on the day, and Savannah only has 5. And also, they're actually out-rebounding them at large, 34 over 21. And they're capitalizing off those second-chance opportunities as well with 10 second-chance opportunities to Savannah Steel's 4. So right now, Savannah Steel just, or Jacksonville is getting, Savannah Steel just getting a taste of their own medicine right now.
And that's saying the taste of their own medicine for you all listening in is Savannah had 22 offensive rebounds in the game yesterday, and Jacksonville had maybe 10, if not a little more. But Savannah definitely out-rebounded in yesterday's game the Jacksonville Waves offensively.
Yeah, yesterday they had 13. Against Charlotte, they had 22. But to your point, though, Destiny, that's where Savannah Steel does generate a lot of their points, is off second chance opportunities.
Renaya Davis overplayed that a little bit, and then Jalea Williams with a strong take, and she's going to draw the foul between the two, Duke Bogak and Renaya Davis. That foul will go against Davis.
Yeah, and Jacksonville does not like that call right there.
Davis played tough there. We saw her bandage fly off her finger. That's how hard she was rebounding over on that play. But then she kind of hits it out of the way, and Elena Coates, being at 6'4", go ahead and corrals that in. And now Jalea Williams is at the line again. She misses the first.
And Savannah's still not shooting exceptionally well from the free throw line. Only 6 for 13.
Again, that foul goes against Renaya Davis. But if you saw the replay, it did look like a Duke Bogak is the one who hit Williams on the arm.
It's still a 1-point game. This is anybody's game right now with 1 minute to play in the third quarter.
Again, we'll say it again. Savannah's still playing for pride. And Petrie, knowing that Sellers likes to draw the fouls in that manner, if you were her, would you be playing her that tight at the three-point line? Especially, we know she can score from the three, but she hasn't, in this quarter at least, been doing offensively shooting that well. Do you play her that close because she's been driving to the hole and that's been her MO?
I think Laisha Petrie just playing some tough defense right now.
And Jalea Williams being honest and saying, hey, that went off my foot. It can stay Jacksonville's basketball. And that's not, we don't see that a lot. Players are usually like, no, it's off on them, even though it's clearly off on you. Good sportsmanship by her there. Sellers gets it into Davis. Good hands by Jalea Williams in the help position.
Yeah, that was a good read right there by Slim, coming over from that help side, or that weak side, getting a hand on that.
It'll stay Waves basketball on the inbound. Elena Coates playing defense on Sellers. Good take and finish by Sellers. Taking some time off putting some time back on the game clock. Was 31.6, now 34.4.
Yeah, to that point too, Cheyenne Sellers a really good take right there over a 6'4" Elena Coates. She's so crafty at getting to the basket, and that's a tough shot to make.
Now it's going to be 30. It was going to be 33.4 instead of 34.4. Petrie drives, and that basketball should stay with Savannah as it was out on Sellers. Petrie looking to get the ball inside. Madison Griggs in transition for the Waves. She misses it. Kaya Watson getting up, and I mean, her hand was above the rim.
Yeah, way to not give up on the play right there. Madison Griggs thought she was wide open.
Jalea Williams pivots on the inside, can't get the shot to fall. Puts her body on the line. Kaya Watson for three. And it's too strong. She hits the back of the rim, and that'll be the end of the third. 59-56 lead for the Waves.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com. Savannah, the Steel are bringing
Dunkman is proud to outfit the UPSHOT League and all its teams. Shaquille O'Neal's Dunkman brand has created innovative and customized designs and gear in support of the UPSHOT League and its athletes. And we thank the big man for doing so. Savannah in the pink jerseys with the white letter numbers and the black stripes. And then, of course, the Jacksonville Waves in their teal jerseys with the black numbers. And these are just beautiful colors. And we're glad that these were the colors for this inaugural season for all the teams. The Charlotte Crown, a royal lavender purple, and then the Greensboro Groove, a nice green color. It'll be Savannah basketball, 59-56 lead for the Waves to start out the final 10 minutes. This final frame, it comes down to this for the season. Steel playing for pride, Jacksonville playing to set themselves up to prepare for their final curtain call next weekend in the championship game. Already making history on the Wave side as they become the inaugural regular season champions, looking to continue that success and become the regular season champions next Saturday at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville. Tough take by Lauren Taylor. A blocking foul.
She landed right on her forearm. Yeah, that's tough. But Lauren Taylor is really tough.
She's a tough player. She's going to get helped up by her teammates. She's going to shake that off, and she's going to walk to the free throw line and prepare to shoot her free throws. And then she's taking a look at Steve. She waves Steve off. Steve is the trainer for the Savannah Steel tonight. Taylor said, I'm going to shoot these free throws. Taking a look at that again on your screen. That foul will go against Taylor Soul. Just couldn't get her feet set before Taylor got there. Lauren Taylor finishes the free throw. Taylor misses that one. Soul grabs the rebound and hands it to Sellers. Hearn gets a good angle, and that's going to slip through Taylor Soul's hands, and that'll be a backcourt violation. You see Taylor Soul and Renaya Davis get some clarification on the offensive end before they move over to the defensive side of the court. Cornerly directing traffic, gonna set up the offense for the Steel. Z Spearman slips the screen, Laisha Petrie keeps it anyway and finishes at the rim.
Laisha Petrie was using Z Spearman right there as a decoy to get down here, downhill.
It's interesting to see when Z Spearman and Lauren Taylor are in the game. Z Spearman is a pick and roll. Lauren Taylor is more of a pick and pop post player. Interesting to have both of them on the same side of the basketball in certain offensive possessions.
Yeah, it opens up different options for Savannah, especially if you want to do something like a horn set or a double screen action,
which they do have. They do tend to run that double screen action a good bit. Cornerly fouls Sellers on the rebound. At that point, Sellers just had possession of the rebound. So Quinterly trying to get her hands in there and doesn't.
Something to keep an eye on right now. JJ Quinterly has 5 fouls, and I think Corey Lord is coming to get her. So crazy to see JJ Quinterly right now, 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. We talk about having a quiet night.
He was very quiet. We didn't even know she recognized that she has 5 fouls at this point in the game. Jalea Williams doing a good job, picks up the basketball and is running the set. Laisha Petrie overshoots the layup. Jalea Williams trying to come back. Now the Waves in transition, 2-on-1. Z Spearman trying to keep her hands on that. Good take by Renaya Davis, and Laisha Petrie gets the steal for the steal.
Two back-to-back turnovers for Jacksonville. Let's see if Savannah can capitalize right here. It'd be a good time to do it.
Lard having to pull it back out. Laisha Petrie on the cut, and she finishes it this time. Definitely looking to redeem herself.
Yeah, this is the first lead for Savannah since that 2:07 mark in the first quarter.
Well, that can't be right because Savannah was leading at halftime by 1.
Well, there you have it.
38. I mean, they
Well,
might have decided not to put that
I
one
was
on
about
there.
to say, maybe the stat sheet isn't right.
Well, that'll be a shot clock violation by Jacksonville, and it'll be Savannah Steel basketball. I think Lindsey Pulliam wanted a foul there. But Savannah Steel with the 2-point lead, 61-59. 7:20 left to go in this final frame. Lauren Taylor on the cut and Renaya Davis with the block, but it'll stay Savannah basketball.
Yeah, great job right there by Renaya Davis, defending without fouling, just getting her hand on the basketball.
And you see Corey Lard telling Taylor, just take the shot there. But I mean, that was still a good cut, I feel like, by Lauren Taylor. I feel like she could have used her body to create a little bit more space for herself. Z Spearman has to put up the 3, and she gets it! No foul call, but Z Spearman with the 3 over Jasmine Walker. And she had to just throw something up. I don't even think her feet were set to really shoot that.
Yeah, Z Spearman doesn't shoot a lot of threes. 14.3% from three-point land.
Z Spearman honestly didn't even take her first 3 of the season until at least 5 games in to the season as well, maybe 10. Can't exactly remember right now, but her and Olivia Cochran, it took them a minute before they actually started shooting threes in game. Shalia Williams having to run the set offensively with Cornelia on the baseline. Good set by Laisha Petrie, and she's gonna get the reach-in foul. And that foul will be on Renaya Davis. Looking at that play again. Erin Hearn knocks it out of Z Spearman's hands. Laisha Petrie picks it up and gives it back, and Z Spearman with the shot clock winding down has to throw up a prayer. And the big man upstairs hurt her because she knocks it down. Corey Lard on the wing, gets it to Petrie in the corner. Petrie drives, Petrie pulls up. Jumper no good. Kayla Pointer pushing pace. And she's gonna be fouled on the drive. And that foul is gonna be on Corey Lard. Kayla Pointer will be at the line. She gets the first. So 1 possession game, 2 points. Steel lead 64-62, 6:05. And that's a 1-point game, 64-63 lead for the Savannah Steel. Laisha Petrie switching directions. Elena Coates and Z Spearman couldn't grab it. Petrie for 3, and she knocks it down. Petrie said, I couldn't get the 2, but I can't get the 3.
Laisha Petrie's first 3 of the night. She's one for 5, 11 points on the night. Now she's in double figures.
Lindsey Pulliam, oh
That's
my
just
goodness, the mid-range sniper. And she's just so tough, man. There's not even much more to say. She leaves you speechless the way she can pull up in the mid-range that way. Lindsey Pulliam has to pull up again mid-range, and she knocks that one down too. And that was a tied game. Is Lindsey Pulliam on a 4-0 run by herself.
Yeah, I was looking over at Savannah Steel's bench, wondering when Coach Zakara Ross was going to put J.J. Quinterly back in, but right now she's at the scorer's table getting ready to check in.
I think it's going to be immediate timeout here. Elena Coates, Kayla Pointer just takes Coates' cookies there. Pointer pulls it back. It'll be immediate timeout, next dead ball possession. Coach Jess Bogie slowing the offense down. She wants them to execute here. Pulliam on the inside. The mid-range, she pulls back out. It's no good.
Yeah, I don't think that's a shot that Jacksonville wanted right there. She was well contested.
Lard pulls it back out.
Yeah, good time to capitalize right here.
For Savannah Steel, Laisha Petrie, mid-range, too strong. Too much power on that shot. Kayla Pointer slows it down. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jab step by Jasmine Walker. And Jalea Williams just grabs it out of the air and pulls it down. In and out over Walker. And it'll be Savannah basketball. We're gonna have to take immediate timeout here, but we'll see how Savannah does on this next possession.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Molten USA, the official basketball partner of the UPSHOT League. Every shot, every moment. The future of women's basketball keeps getting stronger. Molten USA has long been committed to growing the game and supporting athletes at the highest level. We are proud to be a partner with Molten USA, the official basketball of the UPSHOT League. Molten, feel the emotion. Savannah not able to get anything going on that offensive possession there, and it'll be Jacksonville basketball after a turnover by the Steel.
And that's unfortunate, too, when you're a coach, when you just took a immediate timeout to draw something up for them to execute and you get a turnover. That's kind of depleting.
The Jacksonville Waves definitely looking to get J.J. Quinterly in fouled out the game. That was a good take by Ariel Hearn. I don't know, the referees kind of missed that. A new ball guy was kind of yanking Quinterly around there down low. Quinterly looked with the no look, and she's going to draw the foul. Lindsey Pulliam on the take. You see, it's fan appreciation night. So you may not be seeing the crowd right now, but T-shirts are being thrown out. And Coach Jess Bogie is actually going to take a timeout here to get her team regrouped. This 69-67 lead for the Jacksonville Waves. Oh, we're going to actually be immediate timeout here as well.
Savannah, hockey season will be here before you know it. The hits, the goals, the noise inside Enmarket Arena. Your Savannah Ghost Pirates return this fall, bringing loud crowds, big moments, and nonstop action on the ice. So call the crew, pick your seats, and get ready for another season of hockey in Savannah. For more information, visit ghostpirateshockey.com.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
Savannah, the Steel are bringing the power of women's professional basketball to Enmarket Arena all season long. From big-time plays to an electric crowd, every game delivers the intensity and excitement basketball fans have been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action with Savannah Steel basketball. Get your single game tickets now at steelupshot.com.
Welcome back to Enmarket Arena. The Jacksonville Waves lead the Savannah Steel 69-67 for those of you just tuning in. Whether you're watching on YouTube, watching in Savannah on WJCL, or watching in Jacksonville on WXJT and WCWJ, we thank you for tuning in. It is Fan Appreciation Night here in Savannah as J.J. Quinterly hopefully appreciates those two free throws and the rest of the team does as she tied up the game for us right here. 3 minutes to go, 69 all. And it's been a very interesting game, to say the least. Second chance points for the Savannah Steel have really ramped up since the beginning of the fourth quarter. Good take by Dubolgak to finish. And I mean, she has so many moments where she just looks like a big guard out there. The way she moves with the basketball and without the basketball, she's so tough.
Yeah, I love when a dude puts the ball in the deck and utilizes her dribbling abilities to get to the basket. I love it.
Laisha Petrie finishing tough at the rim. And that's just a good take by her against Cheyenne Sellers.
And we got some back and forth action right here with 2 minutes to play. A little over 2 minutes.
Adu Bolgak being that guard again. She knocks down the three. Now it's a 74-71 lead for the Jacksonville Waves. Again, Cornely's playing with 5 fouls. Gets it to Lauren Taylor for three, and it's short.
And that was something that Coach Jess Bogie talked about yesterday, integrating Adu back on the floor as she's been away with her international team, South Sudan. She had a double-double. I want to mention that again. I did on the broadcast yesterday. 25 points and 22 rebounds. Like, that is tough. Oh, that was a really great pass right there by Duke.
I'm telling you, man, we calling her the big guard not for a specific reason. Yeah, she puts it on the deck and drives from the three to the hole. She can shoot the three. And she can pass. I mean, she looked like Chelsea Gray out there with that pass right there. I mean, such a huge score for this Jacksonville Waves squad. And I know when it was Star Wars night in Jacksonville, a Duke wasn't able to be there because she was with her international team, and Coach Jess Bogie was wearing a Duke Bolgak's jersey.
Yeah, they had a whole watch party for her. They were really rooting for her, Duke. She was only gone for about 2 weeks, but that 2 weeks was big for that Jacksonville team. They definitely missed her, but was rooting her on.
And I mean, on social media, because me being all up in the UPSHOT League and all 4 teams, the Duke Bolgak South Sudan team social media popped up on my page. And I got a chance to just watch them, and they were talking about just the passion they have for the game and the love they have for each other, and it shows in how they play. Jacksonville hype with that defensive possession. And Lindsey Poyam is such a saucy player. She's quiet, but she has so much swag about her. It's so cool. It's so cool to watch just her and how she plays. She's the type of player. Good take by her. Strong take the hole.
Yeah, I think right now Jacksonville is understanding, hey, we gotta get this W. They picked it up late in this 4th quarter, and it's really showing right now.
I think Coach Jess Bogie also was letting her team know at that media timeout that they took, like, hey, we done beat them 11 times this season. Let's go ahead and make it 12. Let's not give them any hope. And again, Savannah's playing for pride. And, you know, I mean, one thing you kept hearing Ariel Hearn and the rest of them yell yesterday, post-game, at the end of the game, when they were just chatting it up with family, we're not satisfied. We're never satisfied. And that's something Coach Jess Bogie also said in post-game as well. And so just having that mentality and that type of energy, I'm not surprised that they're trying to make sure it stays.
Yeah, absolutely. She felt, Coach Jess Bogie, they felt like when they clinched, they were the first team to clinch, obviously, with the record that they had. That she felt as if they lost their identity a little bit, and she wanted them to get back to playing like who they were. And you mentioned that never satisfied motto that they have, and that's something that they possess. And that's something that they've possessed throughout this entire season, which is why they're the regular season champs.
Yeah, she did say they clinched early, and she's just reiterating a little bit of what you said. And she talked about how they needed to be humbled a little bit because they had lost their identity, and that humbleness came from a couple losses between the Charlotte Crown and the Greensboro Groove, and it wasn't necessarily something they were expecting, but it helped them lock back in. And now we see the results of that.
Yeah.
Besides that loss they had to the Charlotte Crown, that 99-94 loss to the Charlotte Crown on the 15th, they've won out the rest of their games so far to this point.
Yeah, they're trying to win out this one with 1 minute and 2 seconds to play, up 5 right now. 76-71. Let's see if they can get it done. And we know, we talked to Coach Zakara Ross. This is a resilient squad.
And they've had to be resilient. I mean, that is the word to describe the Savannah Steel team, resilient, because they face so much adversity through changes in personnel, changes in roster. Players were waived, players left on in their own will. Players had other overseas obligations late in the season. I mean, Elena Coates, this is her 3rd game with the Savannah Steel team. As Jalea Williams holds her form there. And Coach Jess Bogie didn't like that defensive possession, is going to call a timeout immediately, as it is now a 2-point game, 54.7 left. Jalea Williams making big, tough shots and big moments, and she did that against the Charlotte Crown as well to tie it up and make it 96-all to go into that overtime.
Yeah, and that's credit to J.J. Quinterly being able to draw as much attention as she did, and really good job by Slim there to hunt her shot and be ready for a big-time shot. You got to love it.
You see her taking that sigh of relief as well. We keep talking about it, but definitely since that Charlotte Crown game on Friday night, J.J. Quinterly has definitely been coaching up Jalea Williams and encouraging her to stay tough and stick with it. And now if you're looking at the bench right now, you can see Jalea Williams being very vocal on the bench as well, which is something that we don't hear a lot about, because she's the rookie that they call, but she's been getting, you can tell she's been very comfortable. And Coach Takara Ross even mentioned post-game that it's been a blessing having J.J. Quinterly on the Savannah Steel squad at this moment, just because players like Jalea Williams and Corey Lard get to see her and hear her and see how she plays, and then her leadership that she brings to this squad and to the two of them has definitely shown, and especially in Jalea Williams' play.
Yeah, Jalea Williams now in double digits after that three-point shot. Shooting 50% from the field and 1 for 1 on the three right there. That was just a big-time shot right there to get this thing down within 2. Let's see if Jacksonville can capitalize and execute right here on this possession.
50 seconds on the game clock, 20 seconds on shot clock. Kaya Watson playing defense on Sellers. Sellers on the wing, Sellers on the take. Good defense and that's a steal by Jalea Williams and the Savannah Steel. She gets it to Coates, who finishes it off the glass, and the Savannah Steel have tied up the game. It's 30.5. Aaliyah Coates is hype, and so is the rest of the Savannah Steel squad. Aaliyah Coates running the flare and doing a good job there, running the floor.
Yeah, Elena Coates, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been her first field goal since she's gotten with the Savannah Steel team. And right there for Jalea Williams to hit Elena Coates, to trust her teammate. Mind you, they have not been playing together long at all, but for her to trust her teammate to make her first field goal with the Savannah Steel team in their home court, that is big time to tie this thing up.
I mean, this is feeling very Friday night-esque, as the sixth man is up in the crowd and they are vibing right now. And we talked about the resiliency. I was mixing Elena Coates and Jalea Williams' names there in that excitement. But, I mean, just like you said, this is Elena Coates' third game with this squad. I mean, Jalea Williams this is Jalea Williams, let's see, her 11th game with the Savannah Steel team. Both of those players joining this team on the road in different points in the season.
Yeah, you just gotta love this Savannah Steel's resiliency, and I know that's what Coach Takara Ross taught. You had to turn me up on a mic right there. That's how loud and electric
I couldn't even turn the crowd mic down. It's pretty much turned down all the way.
Yeah, that's how electric it is in this arena. And as you guys can hear at home, all 230 of you guys, right now we have a knotted game between the regular season champs and Jacksonville Waves and Savannah Steel. This is a goodie right now. We got to see what Coach Jess Bogie draws up, and she does a really good job based off my time doing their games. Coach Jess Bogie does a really good job in special play execution right here. Let's just see what they draw up and who it is that they're going to.
And I want those at home to also recognize that the scoring record, the record right now on the season is 8-25 for the Savannah Steel, 25-8 for the Jacksonville Waves. Jalea Williams closes her eyes there because she didn't want to foul there.
Yeah, and that's sending Jacksonville to the line as Jacksonville is in the bonus.
Just a little overzealous on her defense there. She was probably going for the steal there, and Erin Hearn was able to grab that.
But if you're Coach Takara Ross, I can't even be mad at that foul. Yes, we don't want that foul there, But I love the aggressiveness by Jalea, trying to get her hand on the basketball and make something for her team.
And I mean, it works out. Jalea Williams can be aggressive as well. She only has this is her second foul in this game. So she has still, I mean, maybe not 4 to give for the game, but she has 4 to give personally.
Still a lot of time left. Down 1, Savannah Steel is.
Aaron Hearn couldn't finish both of those, so Savannah down. And one, like you just mentioned, they can take. Cornerly with the basketball. That's a good screen by Lana Coates. Cornerly puts it up and draws a foul over Renaya Davis. Davis definitely didn't like that call. She looked a little shocked at that call. She felt like she was straight up, and now JJ Cornerly will be at the line shooting 2. And Cornerly is, again, a 77% free throw shooter.
I wonder, did Davis get her on the arm, or did she get her? I mean, maybe they would have stopped play to see if they
needed to upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade. But I don't know, maybe she just got her on the arm.
Cornerly ties it up. We're going to take a look at that again on your screen.
Right now, JJ Quinterly has an opportunity to get the Savannah Steel team up 1 with 5 seconds left to play. I know Coach Jess Bogie is probably going to call a timeout if she does make it.
Again, Savannah playing for pride, y'all. Cornerly misses that one. Coach Jess Bogie is going to take the timeout there. It's 3.8.
I think they may put some time back on the clock.
It was because she was shooting a free throw and there's 5 seconds left. 3.8 goes off the clock that quickly after the rebound.
Yeah.
I don't know if that should be the time, but they're not going back to look at it, so they're going to leave it there.
And right now, Jacksonville reset timeout. Let's see who, obviously Air Hearn is going to get a touch at least.
Z Spearman gets the steal. She has to, we're going into overtime. Z Spearman forgot it was 3.8 and should have tried to get it to JJ Cornerly for the 3. We're going to have to see what goes on in overtime here.
Trying to decide what to do with your future? Consider the Georgia Air National Guard. Sergeant Runk and Sergeant Whitehead are here to tell us about the Georgia Air National Guard.
So what we are a small component of the grander scheme of the United States Air Force, but specifically within the state of Georgia. We offer a ton of benefits, we offer a ton of career fields, but really we're just a small aspect of what the Air Force offers and the DoD offers across the entirety of the force.
So you can be in the Air National Guard and still be a civilian?
We have tons of benefits, like our educational benefits that allow you to still be a full-time student and not sacrifice any of that time away, but also still get to take advantage of all the career fields that we have in the Air Force.
For anyone who might be interested in joining the Air National Guard, how can they get a hold of you?
Look us up online, Georgia Air National Guard Recruiting, and you'll find your local recruiter. You can also give a call to myself directly at 912-308-6426.
Both myself and Sergeant Whitehead can kind of guide you to where you should fit best.
And we're back here going into overtime. It's 5 minutes in overtime. All rules stay the same. All fouls still count. So again, JJ Quinterly has 5 fouls in this game. And she's the only player, I think, right now with 5 fouls on both sides. Everybody else has 3 or less. It's going to be tipped off. Now we looking at overtime. Savannah went into overtime against Charlotte. And it was it wasn't their best overtime scoring against Charlotte on Friday night.
Yeah, it was, as you mentioned, I mean, 5
to 2.
5 to 2.
Yeah.
But just to talk about Savannah Steel's resiliency, and now they're taking the best team in the league into OT. Another OT game of the weekend. We've been having free basketball all weekend, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta love it.
And Cornerly doing a good job of drawing that foul on Lindsey Pulliam. That'd be Pulliam's fourth. Cornerly just taking Pulliam to the hole.
And right now, you know, Destiny, we talked to Coach Takara Ross after that OT loss to Charlotte, and she mentioned, she said, while it is a loss, it was a win for them. And I think this will be a really good opportunity to utilize that game to build off of that for this overtime right here. Right now, this will be the test. The Savannah Steel in their last game of the season, this will be their test. Can they get it done?
Cornerly makes both of those free throws. If you're the Savannah Steel, just playing straight up defense is the best way to do it. Ariel Hearns to pull it back. Good defense by Kaya Watson to kind of keep her from seeing the goal openly. JJ Cornerly tells Jalea Williams to slow it down. Laisha Petrie deciding to take Jasmine Walker. Petrie kicks it out to Watson, who's made 2 threes already. Williams and Pulliam do good, and Jalea Williams just takes that ball straight out Lindsey Pulliam's hands and pulls it back. Now JJ Cornerly has the basketball. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Cornerly looking for the roll, doesn't get it, has to jump step to the right, too strong. Kaya Watson doing a good job of getting it into Duke Bogak's hands, and they're gonna call the foul. Z Spearman said, yeah, that's me. She tried to pull her hands back real fast, but she does bear hug a Duke Bogak on the backside. But the foul count does start over team-wise, so that's just one foul on both sides for both teams. I mean, JJ Cornerly taking that big side step like that. How did you feel about that, Alexis?
I mean, she had to do what she had to do to get it off. And the time was running down.
And I mean, a Duke Bogak is playing defense on you. Savannah having to play straight up defense. We know that we see them taking the steps for the steals, but not fully going for it. Just keeping their hands in the pass lane. Good defense by Laisha Petrie.
Yeah,
Cheyenne foul.
Yes, Cheyenne Sellers wanted the foul there, but I think she did a really good job of defending and contesting that without fouling.
Petrie for 3, hits the rim. Cornerly, remember, she has 5 fouls. She couldn't go for the steal there. Adu Bogak on the drive. She's gonna kick it out to Sellers, who's gonna take a drive herself. Straight up defense by Petrie again, and Sellers is still on the floor. Can't tell if Jess Bogie is wanting upset about the foul call, or upset that Sellers is still laying on the floor when the ball was on the other side. Petrie having a Duke Bogak run around. Petrie gets the ball back, and now it's 13 seconds. Pull it out if you're Savannah and restart your offensive possession. 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Quinterly has the basketball. She has to take it. She kicks it out to Kaya Watson, kicks it over to Petrie, who pulls up for 3, hits short again. And then Renaya Davis with the lead out pass from Kayla Pointer.
Yeah, I don't think you settled. Oh, really good.
Kaya Watson, good defense. She hits it out of Renaya Davis's hands, and then Davis pushes Watson.
And that was just a really good heads-up play right there by Kaya Watson. Is accepting the challenge on a bigger Davis right there, getting her hand on the basketball. That was really good defensive possession.
And then
Kaya Watson has been doing a really good job defensively throughout this course of this weekend that I've been able to watch with my own eyes. Like, she is a defensive menace.
I mean, I'd like to say I also was seeing some of these players for the first time in a game situation this weekend as well, this being their last home game stand. They've been on the road for 8 games for 2 weeks straight, and so it's been interesting enough to see them. Lauren Taylor for 3, and Lauren Taylor's gonna stand, the birthday girl making her birthday wish, and she gets the 3 to go, and now it's a 5-point game. Savannah still leading 82-77 for those math whizzes tuning in right now. Good move by Renaya Davis, just strong to the hole. I mean, me saying this is I make a stank face with that one because Renaya Davis was strong with it.
Yeah, Davis is so patient around the rim. She does a really good job of burying her defender down low and just getting the ball up high.
Kaya Watson and J.J. Cornerly doing good. And then Lauren Taylor again, and she is hyped, giving her team an extra 3 points. Now it's an 8-point game, 1:21 left to go. Savannah still got to play straight up defense. Good ball movement. They wanted to switch, and then Jasmine Walker finishes it. Lauren Taylor's like, let me not foul there. We'll give it to him, and now it's a 4-point game, excuse me. Y'all, maybe my math was off.
Now, right now, that's just some clutch buckets.
Oh, it might have been a 2 by Lauren and not a 3. That might be what it was.
That's just some clutch buckets by the birthday girl, Lauren Taylor, regardless of what it was.
Lauren Taylor said, make sure this one's a 3. Oh, it was short. Lauren Taylor gets her own rebound, though, pulls it out. In the fresh 10 seconds, 45 and counting on the game clock. Kayla Pointer has to foul J.J. Cornerly. Lauren Taylor making some big shots.
And this is something that Coach Jess Bogie talked about with us in that post-game presser yesterday, not taking plays off, and they understand that they have a target on their back. When you're playing in your last game on your home floor, she knows that Savannah Steel wants to come out with a W right now, and I think that Jacksonville might have taken some plays off throughout this game, and right there, Savannah punched.
And you see Coach Takara Ross giving Lauren Taylor a high five there, because Lauren Taylor redeeming herself, because I think definitely against the Charlotte Crown, Lauren Taylor takes that that open 3 to try to tie up the game in overtime and misses it. But then Lauren Taylor takes those 2 big shots there, and she's continued to shoot this whole weekend, and she knocks them down twice here to give the Savannah Steel some breathing room. 42.1 left to go, 14 seconds on the shot clock, and it's Savannah basketball. Williams at the top of the key, over to Watson. And that's going to be now the 15th foul for the Waves, and now it'll be Savannah Steel shooting because they're in the bonus. If you're looking at their foul count, it went from 3 to 5, so they had to, I guess, update it from the last one, and maybe that's what that little excursion was. Watson misses the first. Misses the second, kind of long. Cheyenne Sellers by herself, Kaya Watson having to get out there. And then she gets the foul. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision right there by Cheyenne Sellers to get going early. They need as much time right now. Right now, 30 seconds on the clock. She makes both of this. It's a one-possession game.
She makes the first.
Looks like Coach Jess Bogie is playing offense for defense with Renaya Davis and Taylor Sohn.
She gets that one, and then as if on cue, Erin Hearn fouls Jalea Williams. And yes, we see y'all in the chat, Savannah is playing like this is their game 7, and they're really hoping for that win. Again, they're playing for pride, head-to-head against the Jacksonville Waves. Jacksonville beat them and have the record 11-0. Jacksonville is the only team that the Savannah Steel have not gotten a win over in this inaugural season. And the stands are still packed. 27.8 left to go. 85-83 lead for the Savannah Steel. Jalea Williams can make it a 4-point game if she knocks down both of these. She knocks down the first. And Renaya Davis is coming in for the Waves. Again, seeing that offense to defense between Renaya Davis and Taylor Soule for the Jacksonville Waves. Williams knocks down both of them. It's going to be a reset timeout by Coach Jess Bogie. And it's a 4-point game, 27.8 to go. And you see Coach Mayor Van Johnson for the Savannah with the Savannah Steel flag there on your screen. Good high arching shot by Ariel Hearn. Oh my goodness, it's a 1-point game.
It's a 1-point game.
Quinterly gets the basketball and then Lindsey Pulliam fouls.
And that's time and time again, Ariel Hearn is the go-to player for these late game situations, and she comes through every single time. It's not a time, honestly, the times I've watched them play that she has not come through in the clutch. She's been the leader for this Jacksonville Waves team from the beginning of this season. That's who they call their leader, and she comes through.
If you're Savannah, you're looking at the Jacksonville Waves not giving Savannah any breathing room. So as soon as they score, immediately they're fouling to keep as much time on the clock. If you're Savannah, are you trying to get the ball in and create some space so there's no foul being called on you, or you just take the foul and go shoot the free throw and just keep having to play defense?
I mean, Jacksonville is not allowing them any space, as you mentioned right there. I mean, obviously you want to continue to put points on the board if you're Savannah. So one possession game still. And the bigger question is you need to capitalize at the free throw line. Make your free throws right there. JJ Quinterly and Slim knocked down both of their free throws. So continue to do that.
We're going to just keep it here. It's just been too exciting to go to break. We're going to see Laisha Petrie check in at the scorers table. It's a 3-point game, 89-86. I mean, Ariel Hearn, we talked about her high arching shot, and she's done what she's had to do. She's been a leader for this Jacksonville Waves squad, been the player you go to in clutch moments. And it's just been this game has been so exciting. For it to be the final game of the season, Coach Takara Ross has talked about all season how they were going to try to make it a game against this Jacksonville Waves squad. And we talked about how they also owed him one. That's the mentality that Savannah has come into this game with and this weekend with as well. Especially not getting that overtime win over the Charlotte Crown. They're pushing themselves to the brim right now because they want to leave a good taste in the Savannah community's mouth about this Savannah Steel squad for it to be the final game of the season. And again, if you were so excited about being here and you weren't able to make it to Enmarket Arena this season, season passes and season tickets are already on sale, and you can find those on the Savannah Steel website for the next season.
Yes, just to think about how on Friday night, the Savannah Steel went into overtime with Charlotte, and they only scored 2 points that entire OT. Right now, they have 12 points in this overtime battle right here against the Jacksonville Waves.
Good, strong take by Cheyenne Sellers, and Sellers finishes it.
I think they're going to have Renaya Davis going to the free throw line. I think the call was before Cheyenne Sellers even got that put back.
Good wall up there by the Steel. And Davis is going to be at the line shooting 2. 16.5 left to go. Savannah really pushing themselves. I think Lauren Taylor said for her birthday present from her teammates, she wanted a win over the Jacksonville Waves. And right now they're trying their hardest to give it to her.
Renaya Davis, a 70% free throw shooter.
And she knocks down the first. And she knocks down the second. It's a 1-point game.
So if you're Jacksonville, though, you're fouling the wrong person. JJ Quinterly.
She's a 77% free throw shooter. The only other person on this Savannah Steel squad with a higher percentage than her is Corey Lard, who actually is a 100% free throw shooter on the season so far. And when Lard does get to the basket and draws the foul, she has made all her free throws in this season that she's been playing with both the Charlotte Crown and the Savannah Steel. She was a developmental player for the Charlotte Crown early on in the season before she was signed to a full contract by the Savannah Steel.
Ooh, I might have spoke too soon.
Right, you might have broadcast jinxed her on that one. Cornely misses that. Still a 1-point game now.
Now looking at the box score right now, I didn't even realize that JJ Quinterly has been to the line or has shot 14 free throws. Now 16. Well, now 15, I'm sorry.
And she's 12 for 15 right now from the free throw line as well, y'all. Straight up defense having to be played by the Savannah Steel. And there's a foul. And that foul's gonna be on Lauren Taylor. That'll be her third in this game. Taylor had done a good job in this game defending without fouling. She's got 2 fouls back-to-back to send Jacksonville to the free throw line. It's a 1-point game. And a make by Ariel Hearn here can tie it up. Z Spearman coming in.
I mean, you gotta say though, Jacksonville's game plan down the stretch is fouling, hoping that Savannah doesn't make as many free throws, and then coming back on the offensive end and then executing. That's a really good game plan that they've been able to execute. Now tie this thing back up.
JJ. It wasn't a time. We thought it was a timeout. It's actually just a reset timeout so that they can get the ball on their end of the floor. Coach Takara Ross not having a chance to use a reset timeout until now.
Well, they're in the same position Lauren Taylor is.
3, 2, 1. Lauren Taylor puts it up. Lauren Taylor kisses it off the glass. And the Savannah still have the 2-point lead. 0.3 left to go. And Z Spearman is so hyping Lauren Taylor, man. And the Jacksonville Waves won a tech because the photographer came on the court trying to get just that celebration on the other end. But the referees waved it off because they got him off the floor in time. But I hope he got the shot that he wanted as well. But, I mean, him coming on, it didn't impede the game.
I don't think it was for the photographer. Savannah's players came off the bench.
Oh, and Savannah is hyped. Lauren Taylor finishes it. The final shot of the Savannah Steel for this inaugural season, and it's the buzzer beater shot. Lauren Taylor really redeeming herself from that Charlotte Crown shot she took and she wanted to make there. For her birthday, she wanted to win. She asked for that win, and she decided to go get it for her team as well. So that's a nice birthday present to herself, if anything. Savannah still win over Jacksonville, 92-90 in overtime.
Man, what a game. What a way to end the season if you're the Savannah Steel. For them to lose that overtime win to Charlotte on Friday night and to come out and win in the overtime win against the best team in the league, and Lauren Taylor coming up clutch again. Oh my gosh.
It's been amazing. It's been a great season for this inaugural season. You see Z Spearman lit as she's running around with the flag. Again, we talked about Savannah Steel playing for pride, and the pride is showing here right now for the Savannah Steel. They get the win they've been hoping for and have officially gotten a win, at least one win over every team so far this season. Alexis, it's been a pleasure being able to call these games with you this season as well. Again, 92-90 for the Savannah Steel. I think we're gonna call it a night here, call it a season here. If you enjoyed that, you'll enjoy the championship game that's being played next Saturday in Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Waves have an opportunity to get back into the win column and finish out the season making more history than they already have after they are the regular season champions. They're gonna be taking on the Charlotte Crown on Saturday, August 29th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena.
And I just want to say, too, thank you to the fans, the Savannah Steel fans here and away who've been tuning in each and every game. Now you get a chance what you see. You get a chance to see what it means to invest in women's sports. Everybody watches women's sports. Thank you to the fans, and good night, everyone.
Good night. We'll see you here next season. We're watching Savannah Steel basketball for the UPSHOT League on UPSHOT TV and all the respective channels. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Destiny Harwell alongside Alexis Pierce calling it a night.